Hey, welcome back. Let's take a closer look at what's happening in Korea's financial landscape, particularly at the household level. There's growing concern around financially vulnerable groups, especially low credit households carrying multiple debts. On average, these households are running a monthly deficit of around 290,000 won. That means their income isn't enough to cover basic expenses and debt repayments, forcing them to either borrow more or cut back significantly on consumption. And from a broader economic perspective, this is important. When a large portion of households is financially constrained, it directly affects domestic demand, which is a key driver of economic growth. At the same time, local financial institutions like community credit cooperatives are stepping in to play a more active role. These institutions are often deeply embedded in local communities and tend to focus on relationship-based lending rather than purely credit score-driven decisions. In Korea, they've historically played a role in supporting small businesses and lower income households, but this also creates a balancing challenge. On one hand, expanding financial support helps stabilize vulnerable groups. On the other, it raises concerns about credit risk, especially if economic conditions don't improve. There are also structural issues being discussed, including how to strengthen the overall financial safety net while maintaining sustainability in the system. So for listeners, what this really comes down to is the foundation of the economy. While markets and global trends often get the spotlight, household financial health is just as critical. It shapes consumption, impacts financial stability, and ultimately influences long-term growth. And right now, the data suggests that pressure is building, particularly among the most vulnerable segments. That's all for today's deep dive. We'll be back with more insights. You've been listening to the Korea Economy Brief, straight from the front page of Seoul Economic Daily. Thanks for tuning in.